Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shashwat Kumar Thakur. I'm a first year medical student from Dr. BSA Medical College and Hospital, Rohini, New Delhi. I scored over 99.577 percentile in my NEET UG examination 2020 with 641 marks and 5,610 rank. I'm here to tell you about how to go about the last 2-3 months which you have left now for your exams. Okay, first of all, calm down. You've studied for your exam, it's gonna go good. Now, let's come to the important part. Step 1, make a schedule. A schedule is very important for you for 2 reasons. First of all, it tells you that what you have to do in a day. It gives you an overview of what you have done in a day and what still remains to be done. Second of all, when you complete a schedule, like if you have made a schedule for a day and you complete it beforehand, like 2-3 hours which are left, it gives you a sense of positivity and acts as a positive reinforcement, which is very good for you so that you can feel good and go ahead with it the next day. Okay? Second of all, now is the time for you to organize your study materials. Keep what is important, throw away what is trash. Now, I know it sounds wrong, but now you should know on what you should focus. First of all, you need your NCERT. Second of all, you need previous year question papers. Third, you need a test series. And fourth, you need your notes. Now let's come to them step by step. First of all, NCERT, it is the grail of your NEET examination. Remember, you're not giving an IIT examination. Okay? So, you should stick to the basics and make the NCERT. Over 95% of the questions will come from NCERT. Okay? They might be applied question answers, but they will be from NCERT. The other 5%, it's also important, but don't forget, you can't mess up your 95% of your paper for those 5%. Okay? Now, let's come subject-wise. Bio is most important. No matter how good you score in physics, no matter how good you score in chemistry, if you don't get above 330 in bio, it's done. Because everyone's going to score in bio. It's easy for scoring. Okay? So you need to maintain a very strong base. Bio and chemistry both are required for your passing of exam. Physics is the subject which will decide your rank in college. But for the base, you need bio and chemistry. Focus more on bio, then on chemistry, and then on physics. Okay? It is the same step which you should also take while giving the exam. Do bio first, then do chemistry, then do physics. Second step, your notes. Revise your notes as many times as possible, but remember, NCERT, it is the grade. So even if you have very meticulously written each and every line of those notes in your of the NCERT in your notes, you are bound to miss 1 or 2 points. God forbid it does not happen, but it might happen that those 1 or 2 points come in your exam. The best example in the NCERT chapter Reproduction of Flowering Plants, beneath the diagrams there is a line which is very frequently asked, which is about which type of ovulation and which type of presentation is present. Okay, anatropous, orthotropous. You need to focus on line by line, not only for biology. Biology is a must. Your 95% of questions from your physical chemistry, they will be either from examples or the past or the backside chapter questions or the solved examples. Over the theory portion in your physics exam. Remember, nowadays physics has a lot of theory questions. Those theory questions will be asked from NCERT. Last year, a question about coefficient of resistance, negative coefficient of resistance was asked. A lot of people did not do good in that. You know why? You all remember semiconductors have negative coefficient of resistance, but so do insulators. We did not remember that, but that point was given between two paragraphs. Like there's one paragraph, there's another paragraph, and between that there was a single line, which was insulators have a negative coefficient of resistance. So these are the type of questions which will be asked from you. For organic and inorganic chemistry, remember NCERT. Again, everything will be from NCERT. Don't go too deep into reaction mechanism. Nobody is going to ask like how did this happen, how did this happen. You just need to know what is the nucleophile, which is the electrophile, and the reaction. You should know when X is added to Y, it gives Z, this product. And please also remember exception, because well, exceptions are always asked. The third point being the papers and the test series. Okay, this first I will tell about papers. Do the previous 10-year question papers. Over 70 to 80% of questions are repeated. Do those questions. If you can do those 80% of questions without any mistake, good. And when I say 80% of questions are repeated, they mean these are from the high yield topics which have been asked again and again and again and again, year by year. They have stood the test of time. While you're solving those papers, my advice is solve them in the fixed period of time, which is preferably 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. because that is going to be your time in examination halls, and do it like properly sitting down on your table for 3 hours without moving with an OMR sheet, because practicing on OMR sheet is very important. A lot of people mess up in OMR sheet, and it is very hurtful, it is very painful, because you know the answer and you still cannot rectify it. It's very painful. So don't do that mistake. Practice from it beforehand. Okay. Now, as for the test series, I preferred test series due to 3 reasons. First of all, after the NEET was delayed for the second time, I reached a saturation point. I could not study. Doing those test series actually helped me gain a perspective of what I had to do, what I did do, and what I was weak in. So I could just regroup myself and do it again. Second, it gave me a chance to again sit down for 3 hours, because you might think it is very easy, but remember, on the examination day, it's not going to be just this 3 hours. Examination starts at 2. That means gate will close at 12:45. You need to be there at 12:30 by the latest. Or let's take it, you're lucky you enter at 12:45. Still, there is over 3.5 hours, 4 hours and 15 minutes that you have to sit there either in the sun, the first hour or so in the sun, or you need to sit there in the class. So it's going to be hard to maintain your focus for that long. So you need to practice for it right from the beginning. Test series have one additional benefit. They tell you where you stand. You might have a very high assumption about yourself. You might have a very low assumption about yourself. Another thing is, you might be thinking very important about a topic. You might be thinking that this topic is not important at all. Test series gives you that perspective, because the people who are setting these test series, they have a lot of experience, more than me and you. So they know which topics have been asked recently and frequently, and which are the high yield topics. So they do give questions from that. They give extensive questions from that. So that gives you an idea and perspective that yes, this topic is important. I should not be missing this topic. Second, it gives you the rank of where you're standing. Don't take it too harshly, but that rank, those people around you are going to be a competition, and a lot of people give the exams. Like in the ending, one of the major test institute had over 4 lakh students giving their exam. There are only 2 situations when people give these exams. Either they're serious about it or they've finished their course. So these people are going to be your competitors in the exam. So practice with it. Don't take the rank too hard, but yes, it is good for your perspective. So now my video is coming to an end. I would just like to tell you about 3-4 things. First of all, after you have done your test series, after you have done your question papers, after you have done your NCRT, please, in the last 15 to 20 days, don't do anything new. Just revise these topics as much as you can. Revise those questions which you have done wrong. Revise those points which you usually forget. Revise those high yield topics. Write the high yield topics in a copy and revise them. That will be very helpful to you. And at that point, don't do anything new, because whatever you could not do in a year and a half of studies, you're not going to do that in next 20 days. Okay, so at that time, revise, okay, and focus. Don't lose your focus. A lot of people panic. Don't panic. I know it's really easy for me to say that don't panic, but please, it's very important for you to not panic, because if you panic and you go in the exam, it's going to be really hard for you to focus. When I gave my exam, I was running a little bit late in my bio section. I was really afraid, but then I realized that if I keep getting afraid, I'm going to mess up my physics and chemistry too. So I just relaxed and I did try to do the rest of the thing, and it went great. The last thing is, please don't listen to people on internet telling you about the books, like the other branded books which you should do, because they're usually sponsored. And second, please don't listen to people who tell you that the exams will be delayed more or less, unless and until it is said by the NTA or it is said by the HRD. Don't believe that. A lot of people messed it up upon that last year. A lot of friends. Even the case was going on until the last 2 or 3 days. So a lot of people were hoping the exams get further extended, but it did not happen. And they had severe issues for that. They had severe repercussions for that. So please don't do that. And with my final words, I would like to say, all the best. Keep calm. You'll do good. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And in this channel I usually post about my medical college and those topics, and when you get there, this channel will also help you. So adios.